And people look after their cars better than they do their bodies or their remote control. Especially in Desi household, they cover the remote control with plastic, but they're just out of shape, breathless up the stairs. And you're right, imams, subhanallah. I do try to tell them. I did a Facebook live a few days ago, and I got bashed for it. Imams, you are the pillars of the community. Imam is not just an Islamic leader; he's a community leader. Imam, imama, leadership. You should be community leader. You should be aspirational to the youth. The youth are seeing these imams out of shape with, curry stains on their salwargamis, and they're like, subhanallah, I don't want to be like this guy. This guy is not aspirational in any single way. Yes, Islamically, he's an alim. He's doing his course and education, but he's not the kind of guy me as a Gen Z, as a millennial, as a third generation Muslim practicing in the UK want to be like.
And yeah, we have to be careful though. We don't want to give this open the door for like our youth or young men to start pointing the fingers at our imams.
Yeah,
we're saying this in general because everyone has a specific situation. It may be a conflict of priorities, and from an imam point of view, sharing ilm is more of a priority than him going to the gym.
Yeah,
but I get your point, but I just want to be very careful that we don't want to be accused of opening the door of big biceps and look, it's not even about the way you look necessarily. It's about your fitness and your functionality.
Exactly.
Sometimes we have we overemphasize the aesthetic here because Ali radiallahu anh had apparently a little bit of a pot belly, but he was fit. He was able to fight and engage. So I think we should focus on functionality as well, which is linked
absolutely.
Because sometimes aesthetics is like bodybuilders. I with all due respect, a lot of bodybuilders. I get the psychology of it, maybe being strong, looking good, and you have this sense of growth, so it feels a motivation. But generally speaking, I don't advise men to be bodybuilders.
No.
Because it's, number one, you overeat. Number two, you don't really necessarily focus on strength.
Exactly.
I advise you to be a weightlifter.
Yeah.
Your muscle, that's fantastic. It's good for longevity. I mean, the studies show that the main thing that allows for longevity is actually weight training. But bodybuilding is a little bit different. Yeah, it's about being this big water baby.
It's small, isn't it? It's literally about aesthetics and
some others are on juice, and you can tell. Yeah, my friend used to call them water babies. I think these people, bro, could not protect their children.
Absolutely.
In 30 seconds, they're on the floor,
bro. Like, the tiny finishes. And whichever head they have left, because they have male pattern baldness from the TRT and subhanAllah from a growth hormone, some of them can't even from the hair. Their biceps are too big, subhanAllah, and that's not functional. That is not a rajul. A rajul is a shepherd.
So it's purpose-driven fitness, and that's the purpose behind it. So the purpose is that if you're on the London Tube and say there's a niqabi on the bus,
exactly.
You just, you're on guard just in case anything happens. Obviously, London is quite nice. It's not that Islamophobic anymore, but generally speaking, anything can happen. You should always be prepared, right?
Absolutely.
And how are you legally able to defend that person if they get attacked? Yani, if you're a big bodybuilder, you're going to be out of breath. You're going to be finished in a few seconds. So the point is, it needs to be functional. Running with your children, looking functional. This is very, very important. And Yani, those type of bodybuilders, in my view, are just vain.